Not feeling the pressure of that chair under you? If you were here, you wouldn't have to imagine. Weightlessness would be a fact of life, as real as you're swinging around the world once every 90 minutes. 17,500 miles an hour, 5 miles a second.
Excuse me, what do you think of the news?
I think it's fantastic.
Well, I can tell you he's now back, safe and sound.
Really? I didn't think he would get back.
Man in space.
What do you feel about this generally? Do you think the Russians have whacked us?
Definitely. I really do. I think it's a marvelous achievement. I think there'll soon be a man on the moon at this rate.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Status control on Jupiter 2. As of this moment, the spacecraft has passed the limits of our galaxy. It's presumed to be hopelessly lost in space.
We shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communications, food, and survival on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at speeds of over 25,000 miles per hour, and do it first before this decade is out, then we must be bold.
Any ballistic missile which can carry a nuclear warhead on an intercontinental range can carry in its nose instead a few instruments on a trip to the moon. The choices between a new, undreamed of horizon and universal destruction. Which shall it be?
Why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Everybody except the three of us is up there, out there, back there, on that object in the sky called Earth. This is unusual.
Beautiful view. Isn't that something?
Because there are more people paying attention to the two of us, the three of us, than has usually the case. When people move away from home, people begin to forget about them. But they're sure paying attention to us right now. We sense that. It was such a unique opportunity that was presented to a group of us who came along as pilots to be given the opportunity to go into space and to go and maybe land on the moon. what a wonderful thing that I'm here, that the two of us are doing what we've trained to do. What a magnificent achievement it is for humanity.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
To come down from the trees and revel around as creatures, invent wheels, dig things out of the ground and get metal melted, and fly airplanes and cars and rockets. And here we are walking on the moon. What a marvelous evolution we've been able to achieve as creatures from an object in space called a planet. It was a sufficient demonstration of our capability. We learned quite a lot out of going to the moon, and it's now appropriate to build on that early venture to our neighbor, and now to go to a much bigger, much grander objective of another planet in our solar system. And not just to visit a couple times, but to set up a sustaining presence. Eventually, humans will leave the sun and the solar system and go to other stars. Eventually. Not in my lifetime or yours, but we'll learn how to do that.